The Foreverman. John is an expert video gamer. He has defeated mostly every video game he has ever played and won 2 or 3 championship video game contests for $1,000 to $5,000. One day he is playing the video game Super Italian Brothers when his friend Ted spots an odd or ad in a magazine for a video game called Foreverman. The game is said to be beatable, but very, very hard to defeat. Only 3 people have ever beat the game, and all 3 of them are now rich. This ad says there's a $10 million award for the person who beats the game. Few people ever beat the game, and the ad said only 3, but the game has been beaten. John was up for some competition, so John told his friend Ted to order the game from the magazine. Ted dialed a number from the ad on John's phone and ordered the video game from the magazine. The next day, the video game arrived via FedEx. Ted received the game from the delivery truck driver and gave it to John. The game is here, Ted said. John read the title of the game out loud. The game was entitled The Foreverman. He put the game in his gaming console. The game appeared on his TV screen with a small character holding a laser gun. The game appeared on his TV screen with a small character. The character looked like a human in a spacesuit, probably Caucasian, and the title of the game appeared on the screen, called Foreverman. John began playing the game while his friend Ted said he had to go home to finish his homework. But we'll be back the next day to hear about his friend's conquest of the video game. Ted left slamming the door, and John completed 4 worlds in the video game before getting his first out. In the game, the player had 3 lives and had to complete 12 levels, battling the evil Shadow King, a final boss video game character in the end. John completes 5 more levels in the game before getting his second out. John, who rarely lost any video game, thought to himself, "This game is harder than I thought, but I am going to give it my best." John went on to play 3 or more levels and received a special secret power-up weapon before reaching the final boss. John gets to the first stage and sweat pours from his head. The Shadow King appears on the screen. Video game boss music begins playing and the final battle begins. John's character in the game, the Foreverman, fires his laser at the Shadow King, taking some energy off of his life energy bar. The Shadow King shoots characters in the game. The Shadow King shoots the character in the game, the Foreverman, with an electric bolt from his Shadow Sword, not killing John's character, but taking some life off of John's character's life energy bar. The battle ensues for 5 minutes, both characters taking energy from each other's life energy bar, when John finally uses his secret power-up weapon, an Ultra Omega Bazooka. John fires his Ultra Omega Bazooka at the Shadow King, finally wearing his life energy bar down and killing him on screen. The Shadow King screams "ah" and lies on the ground. Words appear on the screen. The Shadow King is defeated. John's character, the Foreverman, starts to hold up his laser gun in victory when suddenly a bonus on-screen character appears on screen. It is Modar, an evil wizard and one of the Shadow King minions. He hands the Shadow King a bonus life power-up, Black Star, and says, "You will never defeat my king, the Shadow King." The words "final secret bonus level boss fight" appears on screen, and the Shadow King energy life bar is restored. The Foreverman character shoots at the Shadow King with his Ultra Omega Bazooka. He hits the Shadow King and takes some of his life energy bar away, before the Shadow King cuts him with his Shadow King sword, depleting his energy life bar and getting him his final out. The game goes off and the words "Game Over" appear on the screen. Suddenly, there's a bright flash of light in the room and John disappears. The next day, Ted friends uses his key. John gave him. Ted, John's friend, uses his key John gave him to enter John's apartment. Ted sees a pizza box with a slice of pizza on the table and John's video game lying beside it. Ted eats a piece of pizza from the pizza box and replies to himself, delicious. Ted then spots the video game and turns it on. He's about to play it when he sees something that terrorizes him to his bones. He turns on the video game and sees a character who looks like John's holding a character that looks like John holding a tiny laser gun above his head. And above the character looks like John holding a tiny laser gun on the video game screen, and above his head is the title. Above his head, the title of the video game says "The Foreverman."